Hey guys, this is Ron from Ron and Tom's Small Engine Repair, and it's a beautiful day out here, as you can see. I mean, man, the weather's just been really lousy lately, and finally it's like 75 out or something. I mean, it's just really great out. But Tom's being union right now. He's not home yet, but I know we're mostly small engine, but I thought I'd start this off with something different for a change. So here, got my new Kenwood 4600. Nice stereo receiver from 1978. Tom found this at the dump, and he found these speakers, which, you know, they aren't that great, but they get the job done. And so yeah, I mean, I fixed that up. It was missing the fuse, had some internal, you know, components raw or a little funky. Some transistors were bad and whatnot, and the contact switch was all dirty. I mean, people, please do not smoke if you have electronics, because it destroys everything. But as you can see, this thing plays really nice now. But yep, and I got my stereo in here too still, so double the power. But here's my new American flag just for my shed. Got Betsy over here. I fixed her turn signal, so now you can see, I mean, they look a lot better at night. Let me turn this off, my bad. Alright, so I fixed that, and I put this nice switch over here, so if I flip this, we now have hazard lights. Why not, right? But you can see inside. Now, actually, camcorder's got a nice built-in light. But yeah, never mind, I can't turn on now. But you can see my wiring's back there. Oh yeah, this baby's got more wiring than a car. Kohler 16 horse. Just did a mass oil change on all of my equipment. So brand new oil filter. Caroline's got new oil. She doesn't have a filter. And I've never showed you guys X mark over here. 48 44, 48. What already? Well, I think it's 48. 48 inch deck. It's got a nice Kawasaki 15 horse V-twin on it. One pole wonder. This motor is just amazing. Could be 10 degrees out and this thing fires up no problem in one pole. Got the ECS control system, so none of those annoying pistol grips, but yeah, oil change this bad boy. Got Napa Golds for the filters, and probably because Napa's around, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, I mean, you know what? Why not? Let's give a little startup. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So it is a 48 inch deck. I just paid attention. All right, so start her up. About half throttle. Turn her on. Pull some choke. One pull should do it. And there you go. One pull wonder. And this thing's a beast. Great mower though. Incredibly good quality. All steel, the deck, everything. I mean, gets the job done, no problem. Alright guys, so I'll come behind the shed now. You can see Tom's shed from there. Some zoom in action. It's all his stuff. But I got rid of these cumbersome thorn bushes, my god. Dug them out of the ground, but I mean, I got space, you know what this means. Room for another tractor, right? Got rid of all these thorn bushes. I cleared this out, you know, just because. But probably wondering where Consuela is. You're probably wondering where Martha is. Martha is gone, guys. I'm sorry. She's been parted out in her entirety. I mean, I saved the hood because I could always bend that back, and the fenders because they're nice. The Tushitsa's right under here. Tom and I's never-ending joke. I hung the shrouded the Tecumseh up, and you can see it from the road. There's Valerie over there. That's my Passat. But yeah, you see this on the road, and it's just, you know, a remembrance, almost like a grave, if you call it, whatever. But all the parts are in here. See, Tom got these fridge carriages. And here's Consuela, by the way. Consuela's just going to be chilling outside in the summer. I mean, she's on a tarp. At the dump, found this really nice pallet to keep her off the ground that I drove up on. You can see underneath. So we got clearance, so I mean, no water, no stuff, and she stays nice and bone dry underneath, so I don't see what the problem is going to be. I mean, yes, it fits in my shed, but it's just a pain in the ass every time I want to get my tractor out. I got to start this thing up and move it, and I don't feel like it. Yeah, water in these tires. These tires are shot. Came from the dump too. A lot of things comes from the dump. But you can see, I mean, you get a shitload of bolts. I got the fenders. You get a lot of miscellaneous parts. So parting one out, totally worth it. Especially since, you know, I don't have another good motor lying around. Actually, I can show you the opposed. The opposed, I believe, needs a starter. I've done pretty much everything to my opposed twin, like, that you can possibly do besides rings. So, had gaskets replaced, seals replaced, starter replaced with a used one, but I think that's still the problem. Sump gasket, new plugs, valve job, so all the valves are taken out, all clean, the rotators, all that stuff cleaned out, all the carbon cleaned out from all the valves. I mean, this whole thing freaking came apart. New valve cover gaskets. The carb was fine, so I left it, but I'm probably missing a few things. I mean, I checked the key, everything. Problem is that this will not spin over under its own power with a starter. It will not rotate. It gets to a certain point and hangs up. But I mean, it's got compression, and it's rolling over like it should. So I believe it's just the starter, because I put a belt around it before I did all this work, because yes, I'm not that stupid. And while this was mounted to the Troy belt, Consuela, I put a belt around here. Actually, here's the belt right now, holding up my trailer just to save some space. But yeah, rotated the engine and scared the shit out of me, because you can imagine how loud this thing is straight pipe. But nope, fired right up. So I'll probably just get a $45 starter. I need another tractor to put it in, obviously, because I mean, I was thinking about putting it in this, but the models that take an opposed twin have a special plastic spacer built into the hood to hold it up for the room, and the gas tank is in the back, so this would never fit. I also need to figure out what's wrong, because she keeps blowing the headlight wires. They literally, all the insulation off. I don't know if you can see in that wall. I'll get a close-up. But just melting the wire for the headlights. So I gotta figure that out. But, see if it did anything. No, she's still rocking strong. Oh, Tom held my hood for me. Hood broke off. Common thing on these tractors. Get my light. Yep, and you can see. I mean, it's not the prettiest, but hey, it gets done, and it saved me a lot of work. A triangle on the back. Yeah, so you can just look at this wire. Just clean blew the insulation right off of it. But, he had a relative, I believe, a friend of his uncle's, or his uncle's brother or something like that. And, he was cleaning out his barn, so you can only imagine what we got from there. We got one tractor, I believe it's a GT 6000, I want to say. I mean, we'll go over there later on, and we'll give you a rounds. 4 push mowers and 2 Bunton walk-behinds from the 80s. So, I'll show you the push mowers right now, I guess. So, I'll be right back, guys. So, here's my push mower Alpha Squadron I like to refer to. Yes, it's a shitload of push mowers. And they're all lined up, OCD, neat. I mean, it looks like a conga line. I wanted to tow all of these behind one of my tractors, but with Tom wouldn't let me. But as you can see, what do we got here? We got a lot of Shitzes. 4.5. I mean, a lot of Murrays. That's a Murray, Craftsman, probably Tecumseh, Eager, yep. Another Murray, and then the cream of the crop out of all of these, which, you know, ain't anything special. 6.5 horsepower. Oh no, Briggs. Alright, so we got two good ones here, 2 crappy ones there. I mean, if this is a Briggs, I don't know. No, it's a Tecumseh. But it's the nicest. So we're going to try to fix all these up and sell them. I mean, not going to get too much, but you can see that's a lot of push mower. And there's just another shot of stereo and, you know, our flag and all that goodness. I mean, actually I have a PA speaker the other day, put up in my window up there. It's a 50 watt PA speaker. I was running it through my Pioneer 65 watt stereo receiver. Well, all the way to the end of the street, like a half-mile away where Tom lives. I heard it perfectly. I mean, my God, are those things loud. So that was a lot of fun, you know, pissed some of my friends off, but hey, whatever's fun these days, right? Alright, one other thing for those of you who care. I'm not going to dig this out because it's a pain. But I have this nice if you will, Crossman push weed whacker. It's a 4 horsepower, but I mean this thing's really nice. Like I showed you back there and it's clear before for doing brush and whatnot. It's got really thick twine here. I mean the stuff it uses is really nice, and I mean it'll do even small little tree shoots and whatnot. You know, this one start. So you may think, oh yes, it's a Tecumseh, but there was more than that in this case. Sat for a while. It's not mine, but Ad's. But carburetor was disgusting. I mean, there were metal shavings in there. All the jets were clogged. So I took the whole carb apart, cleaned that out, and starts up on one pull. Now runs great. It's got a new plug. So don't ask about oil change because these small shits I couldn't really give a rat's ass about. But hey, I mean they minimally get used. This thing hasn't had an oil change in God knows how long. I don't know, I want to say 4 years or more. But I mean, it's got oil in it. I mean, it's only used in the winter. And this is the nicest I've seen it to come to run, believe it or not. With a little carb cleaning and this thing. Not really, just the main jet, or not the main jet, there's a little plastic cap on the side of the carb. You pop that off, take the screw out. It's the idle jet. Yeah, I just had to clean that out a couple of years ago. But I mean, it idles really nicely for a Tecumseh. Because normally Tecumsehs run like shit, no matter what they're in. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'll give you a holler when Tom gets back. All right, peace.